welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria, if you're new here, and today's practice is a goddess flow. So we will be working toward the pose goddess, and this practice is really empowering and based in strength as well as stretchiness and some fluidity. So we'll be tapping into that feminine, divine energy and feeling into our personal power and how we can really channel that in an embodied way. So you'll just need yourself and someplace to move. And whenever you're ready, let's get into it. We'll get started from child's pose. So find your way here. Spread your knees about as wide as your mat. Connect your toes together. Slide your pelvis all the way back toward your heels. And then begin to walk your fingertips forward. Reach your forehead to the mat, or maybe your chest and your chin come down. Take a couple of moments here. Really get settled. Feel into the points of connection between your body and the earth. And allow yourself to soften into all of those points. Begin to breathe deeply into the space of your belly, feeling it inflate with your inhalations, and allowing something to clear with your exhalations. Taking this time to shift your awareness to your inner world. Rinse away any distractions, anything going on in your day. Just be right here, right now. Gradually fading in Ujjayi Pranayama, taking the inhalations and the exhalations through your nose, tracing that breath along the back of your throat so it begins to sound like ocean waves. Now, resting here, begin to consider what makes you feel strong and powerful in your life. You can consider actions, behaviors, habits, relationships, environments, any of these things to help you land on what brings you that kind of goddess energy. And then really begin to breathe that state into your full body, imagining that you could fill yourself up with it. You can visualize like a glowy, warm light rising up the line of your spine and settling back down the spine into the creases of the hips, around the belly, around the pelvis. And as we begin to move through our practice, we'll continue to ask this question and continue to search for that feeling, that sense of power, anchored, grounded, connected energy from within. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out. Begin to press into your palms. Come forward through hands and knees, and we'll slide out into puppy, Anahatasana. Keeping the hips elevated and stacked over your knees. Palms drag forward, again, landing either the forehead or the chest and the chin to the earth here. Get really broad in your upper back space. Grip down into your finger pads a little, and then pull your hands toward one another. Feel the softness of the belly. Feel the rooting of the thigh bones. Let your toes and your feet be unclenched. And breathe. Press into your palms. Tuck your pelvis underneath of you. So it's like the tailbone is wrapping toward the backs of your knees.
Get really rounded in your spine and travel all the way forward to lying on your belly, landing your forearms to the earth as you arrive in Sphinx pose. Get active here. Energize your forearms backward in space in an isometric way as you reach forward through your heart and broaden into your chest. Feel the light of your heart shining forward. Imagine there's a glow emanating from that space. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Release your heart to the earth and glide your palms back in space. With your next inhale breath, root your toenails, press down, and rise up into cobra. Elbows can be a little bit bent. Shoulders are softening away from your ears. Lots of space around the neck. Now explore a little pelvic rock laterally here, gliding your hips toward one direction, through center, and then the other way. This is a nice massage into your outer hip area, maybe feeling this in the hip flexors, maybe even a little release for the low back. Come to a center point. Take another inhale breath. Dig your fingertips and your toenails down and pull them toward one another to really lengthen through the heart. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Press into palms and knees and come on up into tabletop position. Tuck your toes behind you. Take an inhale breath. Soften into your front body. Let your tailbone lift up. Heart looks forward. Eyes turn to the sky. As you exhale, hips reach back in space, but keep looking forward with your heart and your gaze as you dig into the hands and fingers. Breathe in, round your spine, wash a big wave of breath into your back body as you come forward, hands and knees. And then on the exhale breath, with an arched back again, softening the belly, hips toward heels, heart forward. So we're making little waves on hands and knees. Inhale, round the spine, shift your weight forward into cat pose. Exhale breath, wave back, hips toward heels, heart forward. Again, breathing in. Breathing out. Now a little bit different. Keep the arched back position. Inhale to come forward. You can bend the elbows as you move through and then back into a cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Press the ground away from you. Puff up your upper back, then your middle back, and then your lower back. And with a rounded spine, sink your hips back towards your heels. So on the inhalation, we're arching to come forward. Elbows stay low to the ground. Heart leads. Eyes look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, and shift back in space. Good. Let's do a couple more of these, a little more intuitively, less analytically. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, rock it back. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Settle into a center point, finding a neutral tabletop position. Dig your hands and fingers down and take a big step to the side of the mat with your right foot. Have your toes pointing forward. Press the pinky side of the foot down firmly and then bend into that knee. Start to explore lateral glides, circles. Anything you want to do is good. Just get into the hips, get into the inner thighs a bit. Full breaths as you move. Now begin to bend your right knee deeply and root into the big toe as you lift your right heel. Turn your toes toward the right, then pivot on your left knee so your shin goes back behind you. When you inhale, press into the left fingertips and reach your right arm up toward the sky. So we're in a little lungy side opening stretch. As you exhale, the right fingertips will reach toward the top of the mat. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. And just breathe here, opening the right rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, pivot to the top of the mat, land your right hand, turn your left shin back behind you and tuck those toes. Now drag your fingertips back in space and walk your right foot in a little closer to you. As you inhale, sitting your pelvis towards your left heel, reach your fingertips up toward the sky. Slightly stick your butt back, cinch in through your waist, and elevate your heart. Now, as you exhale, bring your fingers to interlace at the base of your spine. Breathe in, shoulder blades squeeze together and down, heart floats forward. As you breathe out, release your grip, dive your hands forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, round your spine, keeping the legs as they are. On your exhale breath, we're coming down into a half frog cobra. So inner right thigh lands, top of left foot comes down, heart lifts forward. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, roll onto your outer left hip. So left hand can step a little more forward, press down, lift your right knee, and just drag those toes a little in front of you. Then settle, left shoulder up towards your ear. Breathing here, you can flex your right toes and roll to the knife edge of that foot to feel a little more opening, perhaps into your hip. Breathing. Keep the legs as they are. Roll back into half frog cobra position. Place your wrists under your shoulders and tuck your back toes. Breathe in to prepare here. As you breathe out, press down, round your spine. Pick up your right knee, hug it to your chest. Hold and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Step back slowly into downward facing dog. Land the hands and the feet. Feel an energetic power coming from the earth, rising up the lines of the arms and the legs, up the line of your spine every time you breathe in. When you breathe out, press more into that charge from the earth. If you feel like wiggling around, go for it. One more breath here. Now we're going to play with those waves again, but this time through plank and back into down dog. As you inhale, heels lift, round your spine slowly, sequentially as you come forward into a rounded plank position, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, elbows and knees micro bent, curl your sitting bones toward the sky. Low back arches, then the middle back, then your heart starts to look forward as you come back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, rounded spine, wash your body forward, plank. Breathe out, gliding back into down dog, moving as fluidly as water. One more like this. Inhale, rounding forward. Exhale, arching on the way back. Now, we're going to play with coming forward with an arched back and going backward with a rounded spine. So it's like a reverse wave. Eyes look forward. As you inhale, lift your sitting bones toward the sky and keep that activated as you pull forward. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, press the ground away from you, get super hollow in the core as you round your spine and come back down dog. And again, this doesn't have to be like exactly what I'm doing. Just try to move some energy through your spine. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, gliding back. Last one. Breathe in. And out. Gaze down and softly sink your knees to the mat. Take a big step out to the side with your left foot, toes point forward. Bend into that knee and start to explore, wiggling the hips around in space. You can have a soft bend in your elbows. There's no rules here, so just do whatever. Allowing your body to go where it wants to go. You don't need permission to do that, or rather give your own self permission to do that. Come back up to straight arms, shoulders over wrists. Bending the left knee, pivot on your left toes to turn them toward the left side of the mat. Heel is lifted, and then your right shin will draw back behind you. You can tuck your toes for support. Inhale to open up your left fingertips toward the sky and slide your pelvis a little bit down and forward. Take your exhale breath to really plug your shoulder into its socket and circle left arm overhead. Deep breath in, squeeze your right side, open your left side. As you exhale, turn forward once again. Left palm lands, pivot on your right knee so that shin goes behind you. Glide your hips back in space. Walk your left foot in a little and drag your fingertips in front of your knees. Inhale, sitting back onto your right heel, lift your fingertips toward the sky, feeling this opening into the sole of your foot. Exhale, bring your fingers to interlace at the base of your spine. Breathe in, chest expansion, really drawing the heart forward and the fists back. You can look up. Exhale, release that grip. Palms land to the top of your mat. Breathe in, round your spine, coming forward, hands and knee. And then as you exhale, unfurl into half frog, cobra. Inner left knee and thigh come down, heart elevates. Take a breath in here. On your exhale breath, walk your right hand a little more forward and just take a little slink onto your right side body. Left fingertips drag in front of you and the left toes as well. And just settle here. Right shoulder can draw a little up towards your ear. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Look down and slowly roll back into half frog cobra. Right toes tuck. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, press down, rounding the spine. Pick up the left knee, hug it to your chest, squeeze, press the ground away from you. 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, press hands and feet down and away from one another. Breathe in, turn your eyes forward. As you breathe out, take a slow walk to the top of your mat. We'll bring the feet about hips distance apart, maybe slightly wider. And then from here, bend your knees and hang ragdoll. If you'd like to sway, take an arm variation, go for it. Really feeling into the trust that you can find within your body. Trusting the feedback you're receiving and just kind of going with it, seeing what happens and staying mindful and curious of the ripple effects of your actions. With your next inhale breath, halfway lift through your spine, tailbone back, reach through the crown of the head to the top of the mat. When you exhale, fingertips down, turn on your heels so your toes can point a little out. Bend your knees and sink to a squat. Heels can lift if needed or keep them pressing down. Now with your inhale breath, begin to reach your fingertips up toward the sky as you settle your tailbone toward the earth. As you exhale, palms through prayer, lift your hips, turn your toes forward and fold. We're gonna do that again a little faster. Breathe in, lengthen halfway. Breathe out, heels in, toes out, sink to a squat. Inhale, elevate the arms beside the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, pull energy through your spine, halfway lift. Breathe out, malasana, sink. Inhale, soften the jaw, lift the fingertips. Exhale and fold. Keeping the feet hips distance apart. With your next breath in, bend your knees deeply, sinking the pelvis back in space. Begin to slowly make a little undulation through your spine. We're gonna rise to standing in an arched back chair position. So stick your butt back, squeeze through your waist, grow your heart forward and cactus your elbows. As you exhale, draw in through your front body, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest and reach your fingertips forward. Inhale again, sticking the butt back, waving through the spine to lift the heart, cactus the elbows. Exhale, round and curl, staying low in that chair. Next breath in, press down and rise to standing on your right foot as you draw your left knee toward your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, get more firmly planted through the four corners of your right foot. Begin to kick your left leg straight forward and reach both of your palms forward. Imagine you're pressing into a wall in front of you. Squeeze your quad muscles. Take a breath in. Breathing out, begin to swing your left leg through and toward the back of your mat. Reach your fingertips forward to counter the balance. Right knee bends deeply and see how slowly you can step back into a lunge. Left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale breath, root down and lift through your spine and your fingertips. High crescent lunge. As you exhale, sink and settle in a little bit more here. Take one more breath, feeling the power from the earth rise through the lines of your body. And as you exhale, open up into Warrior Two. Pivot the back heel down and open your arms wide. Rock your right knee a little bit back in space so it tracks over your middle set of toes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull your feet toward one another just a little. Lift your right toes, turn them slightly in. Pivot on your left set of toes to turn that heel in, and then flex the toes as you sink to Skandasana on the right side. Deep bend, low side lunge here. Palms into prayer or fingertips rooted for support. We're breathing into the crease of the right hip, creating ease. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, press down. Pull your feet toward one another, and we'll come up into a goddess twist. Heels in, toes out, sinking low. Land your hands to your thighs. Breathe in, grow your heart forward. As you breathe out, turn your left shoulder in and draw your right shoulder back. Inhale to come through center. Exhale, twist, right shoulder forward, left one back. Now with your next inhalation, neutralize your spine, keep the toes over the knees, and see if you can float your fingertips up. Staying as you exhale. One more full breath in. As you exhale, turn to the top of the mat once again. Left heel is really lifted, and right foot can walk a bit wider to find a high lunge once again. Inhale here. Exhale, tilt your torso forward and glide your fingertips back, leaning on a 45-ish degree angle. Breathe in. Breathe out, press down, come forward and through into one-legged Tadasana. Left knee drives toward the chest, arms high. Breathe in. Breathe out, standing pigeon. Left ankle outside the right thigh. Toes are brightly flexed. Widen your knee and allow your pelvis to sink back in space. Palms meet in prayer. Steady the focus of your gaze. And just simmer here in the openings. Next breath in, press down. Rise to standing on the right foot and softly place your left foot beside you as you reach up and gaze up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Breathe in to find a halfway lift. Breathe out, chaturanga. Step back, jump back, however you wish to go. Taking your flow, inhale, draw your heart forward, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Connecting to that center of power, however you feel it, however you have access to it from within. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, travel to a fold at the top of your mat, feet hips distance apart. Take an inhale breath, halfway lift through your spine. Exhale, heels in, toes out, sink low, malasana. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach to the sky. Lift your heart. Exhale, fold. One more time. Breathe in. Halfway lift. Breathe out, squat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips low, and then undulate up through your spine to come into arched back chair. Breathing in here. Exhale, round and curl. Reach your fingertips forward and tuck your pelvis and chin. Inhale, hips back, hard up, elbows cactus. Exhale, round and curl. Breathe in, press down, rise to standing on the left foot. Hug your right knee toward your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, breath, kick energetically forward through the palms and through the right foot. Flex your fingers back towards your forearms, flex your toes back towards your shin, and squeeze everything. Take a breath in. Breathe out, hover your right foot down beside the left one, and then begin to reach back through those toes as you reach forward through your fingers. Bend your left knee really deeply and slowly transition back into a lunge. Inhale, breath. Rise your torso up to stacked, shoulders over hips, finding high crescent lunge here. Grip the earth with your feet, or really feel its presence beneath you. Take an inhalation to elongate your spine. Exhale, turning open into warrior two, facing toward the right long edge of the mat. Readjust your stance as needed, soften your shoulders, and reach past the tips of your fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, press down, energy between your inner thighs as you stretch your left leg a little straighter to lift those toes, turn them in. Turn your right heel in, root it down, flex your right toes, and sink low to the left side, Skandasana. Unclench your teeth, soften through the jaw, soften even around your eyes. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, press down, pull your feet toward one another, heels in, toes out, bend your knees and sink low, goddess. A little different this time. Breathe in, reach your fingertips all the way up to the sky. As you breathe out, place your right elbow to your thigh. Lift your left heel, left arm floats skyward, and then take a little arc toward the right. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, sink the left heel, arms rise up. Exhale, left elbow to your thigh as the right heel rises and lean a little toward the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next inhale breath. Sit low into goddess. Arms high, hips are reaching toward the earth. And exhale, pivot to face the top of the mat once again and find your way into high lunge, realigning the feet as needed. Breathe in. Breathe out, lean your chest forward, fingertips back. Inhale here. Exhale, press down, come forward into one-legged Tadasana. Right knee hugs toward the chest, arms float high. Exhale, standing pigeon, hook ankle to outer thigh, palms to prayer, and sink into your seat here. Relaxing the hips, take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, press down, rise to standing, right foot steps down beside the left as the arms reach up. And exhale, dive down, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, chaturanga, and take your flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. From down dog, take a couple breaths here. Get steady, get solid, connect to gravity, and connect to whatever this idea of goddess pose or goddess energy means for you today. There's no wrong answers. Keep this with you as we move through this little flow again. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to a fold at the top of your mat, feet parallel. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, heels in, toes out, sink low, malasana. Inhale, reach up. If you'd like, you can lift your heels this time. As you exhale, heels land, lift the hips, and fold forward. Inhale, chair, sink low, undulate up through your spine to reach high. Exhale, round in. Now, right away, breathe in, press down, come to standing on the right foot, left knee hugs toward the chest. Exhale, press forward with your hands and stretch your left leg straight. Inhale here. Exhale, hover, left foot beside right, reach the arms forward, bend into your right knee, and slowly step back into a lunge. Inhale, lift your chest, high crescent lunge, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, opening to the left side of the mat. Breathe in, pull your feet a little toward one another. Breathe out, Skandasana to the right, taking that pivot to turn the left toes up. Inhale here. Exhale, press down and rise up into goddess. Heels in, toes out. Let's cactus through the elbows and take some little pulses here. 10, 9, feeling the heat in the lower body, letting that heat like energize or invigorate the power that you're finding. 3, 2, 1, sink low, breathe in. Breathe out, pivot back to high lunge at the top of the mat. Walk your right foot a little wider as the arms float up. Inhale here. Exhale right away. Press down, launch up into one-legged Tadasana. Inhaling as the knee hugs into the chest. Exhale, standing pigeon, sinking in. Let's stay one breath. Next inhale, softly step left foot down beside the right, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, flowing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to a fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, heels in, toes out, sink to a squat. Inhale, arms up, maybe heels up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair. Sink low as you reach high, arching the back. Exhale, rounded spine chair. Inhale, press into the left foot. Hug your right knee towards your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, extend, kick everything forward, squeeze your thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, slow transition, stepping back into a lunge. Keep your core connected as you do this. Inhale, breath rises you up into high lunge. Exhale, breath open into warrior two. Breathe in, pull your feet a little toward one another to prepare. Breathe out, skandasana to the left, sinking in. Take your inhale breath to breathe the heart toward the thumbs. And exhale breath, press down, pull your heels toward one another, energy between your inner thighs. We find goddess. Cactus the elbows, and just take some little pulses here. Keep them small, and let the feeling of gravity in your lower body allow you to really connect and get anchored and get steady. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, spin to crescent lunge at the top of the mat. Left foot forward, arms up. Next, exhale, breath, launch forward into the left foot. Draw your right knee into your chest. One-legged Tadasana. Arms reach up as you inhale. Exhale, standing pigeon. Breathe. Inhale, step down, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Arriving here. Take a full breath in. Exhale into all the heat you've created in your body. Again, inhale. And exhale. Turn your gaze forward on your next in-breath. And as you exhale, travel to a fold at the top of your mat. Breathe in to lengthen halfway. Breathe out, heels in, toes out, sink to Malasana, and this time we'll stay. Pausing here. With the palms in prayer at heart center, you can press your elbows to your knees to take them a little bit wider. Find a spaciousness in your pelvic floor and in the region of your hips generally. Turn your eyes a little bit more forward and up as the heart reaches in that same direction. And slowly begin to sink the hips all the way down to the earth. However you need to get there, walk your feet a bit forward. Let's catch on to the fronts of the shins. Take an inhale breath to slink your pelvis back in space. Pull the knees a little bit apart. Reach your heart forward and your eyes up. Exhale breath, round your spine, drawing back on the front body and pulling back on the shins. Again, inhale like a seated cow pose, opening up through the heart. Exhale, round the spine. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Stay leaning a little bit back, release the hands, and slowly round all the way down to the spine for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your head, and let's take happy baby. Feet up, catching onto shins, maybe ankles, maybe outsides of the feet. Draw your knees down and wide. Flex your toes up toward the sky. And get anchored into your very low back space. Let gravity do some of the work here, pulling or drawing the knees down. If you want to rock on your spine side to side, feel free. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. Curl your chin up and wrap your forearms around your shins. Give your body a big squeeze like you're trying to infuse the physical system with all of this good, vibrant energy that you've created. Take an inhale breath. Exhale breath, open up into Shavasana, taking up as much space as you like. Don't be afraid to take up space. Drop tension, drop holding, drop anything that is not serving you in this moment. And take these next couple of minutes to rest in your own space, to rest in your own power, and to trust that this energy lives within you and you can access it at any time. Settle your breath into its natural state and just sink into the earth. Begin to feel back into your body. Stay resting here. Just take some deep, full breaths. Send some energy to the fingers and the toes and begin to wake them up with little movements. On an inhalation, reach your arms back over your head and extend from your waistline forward through your toes. Exhale to roll to your side, fetal pose, dropping in here. And then press down and find your way up to a comfortable seated position. We'll close our practice here. Settle your pelvis down, and with an equal amount of energy, lift from the crown of your head skyward. Feel the heart is open, the shoulders are relaxed, and just see how tall you can be in your seat. Let the power you've created from within emanate or radiate outward. Draw your palms into prayer at heart center. And as you move back into your day or your night or your week, continue to allow yourself to tap into this powerful state. Noticing the effects of moving from this space, from an empowered state, rather than from one that is seeking permission or afraid to take up space. Fill your body with air. Inhale. Big sigh, exhale. Lift your heart, bow, chin to chest. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope that you are feeling strong and powerful, both in your physical body as well as your emotional or spiritual space. And if you have any comments, thoughts, questions, feel free to leave those for me down below. I really love hearing from you. You can also subscribe to my channel or join as a monthly donation member below as well. All of this really helps to support me.
I hope you have a really lovely rest of your day or night, and I will see you soon in the next practice. Bye.